Ray Werner with 33,000 reasons to keep smiling. The Kiwis are again to the fore in the first welter with Shamrock carrying 60.5 kilos. His first run since December the 27th. And he flashes home down the outside to nail Aquitaine in a deceptive photo.
He won the start. Going fast, We Dream in the early stages with Claymore Boy, Stolen Song and Aquitaine up in a handy fourth on settling down. Getting back Revoked in the early stages with MLA, Cardi Star and Shamrock immediately goes to the rear. Running past the 1300 and We Dream raced away from them. 3 lengths in front. Star of Sirocco pulling his way up into second place. Bolgan Secret ahead away third on the rails. 2 to Claymore Boy on the inside of Aquitaine. Then Stolen Song, Gay Tony. Cardi Star picking up ground but 4 deep. Over on the inside, Daring Dancer. A length and a half then to Old English racing outside of MLA and then Revoked and Shamrock. We Dream still clear running onto the bend past 1,000. We Dream about 4 lengths in front of Bolgan Secret. Star of Sirocco a neck away third the outside. Followed by Claymore Boy and then Aquitaine. Cardi Star continuing that run going up on the outside. Then Stolen Song, Gay Tony MLA. Followed by Daring Dancer. Further back in the field was Old English who's going forward now. And back towards the rear Shamrock in company with Revoked down past the 600. And the leader We Dream 2 in front of Star of Sirocco. Bolgan Secret the inside. Aquitaine now starting a run. She's coming into it. Claymore Boy going with Aquitaine. Then Cardi Star, Old English further back. And then Stolen Song into the straight now with 450 metres to go. We Dream nicely clear as they straighten up. 2 clear of Star of Sirocco. Bolgan Secret the inside. Now Aquitaine winding up with Claymore Boy on the extreme outside. They're both coming home fast. Old English to the extreme outside and then Stolen Song. 250 to go. It's Claymore Boy and Aquitaine. They're locked together. Aquitaine going a bit better at the moment. Aquitaine the outside and neck in front. Now a length in front of Claymore Boy. Here's Shamrock from the clouds. He's flying home. Shamrock right down the outside. Aquitaine in front. They're drawing to the line. Oh, gee. I don't know. Shamrock's way off the track. Take your own pick here, Aquitaine or Shamrock. It could go either way. They're wide apart. Third was Claymore Boy, followed by...
Nightmare there for Wayne Wilson with those 2 horses so wide apart. It's getting monotonous, but it was D for Duffy again in the final event. The second welter, as Ruling Blood finally gave Bookie some relief, and he scored at 16 to 1. A sensation here at the start. There's foreign interest left in the barrier, and Gary Palmer dislodged. And you'll notice foreign interest race up into the field here soon and give the jockeys plenty of worries.
12's the horse anyway. Unsettling down at Our Sierra Court's going very fast to take the lead. That horse is going up into the middle of the field. He's riderless at the moment. He's racing up into about 5th place. He's riderless. Our Sierra Court leads Ruling Blood, Deep Reflection, Noble Comment, then Seeker's Gold. Then that riderless horse. He's going up in between horses at the moment. Diamond Heather was next, followed by Playful Prince. Further back in the field, then came Mr. Independent, Sovereign Chief, and No Equal. Now that riderless horse has taken the lead as they run onto the bend at the 1,000-metre mark, and that riderless horse has raced away from them, actually leading the field. Our Sierra Court. Our Sierra Court's just in front of Ruling Blood at the moment. Noble Comment a length and a half away third. Deep Reflection fourth on the inside, followed by Seeker's Gold, Diamond Heather. Further back then came Sovereign Chief, and then Playful Prince, No Equal. And Mr. Independent has now dropped out last as they come down the side with about 750 metres to go. Ruling Blood has taken the lead. Seeker's Gold going up very quickly on the outside. Noble Comment coming into it with a strong run. Our Sierra Court over on the inside, followed then by Sovereign Chief, Deep Reflection. Further back, Diamond Heather, Playful Prince, No Equal, and Mr. Independent around the home turn, and that riderless one is way out in front. But as they straighten up now, Seeker's Gold looming up with Noble Comment. Ruling Blood still there. Our Sierra Court over on the inside, and here's the grey Sovereign Chief. He's really winding up now. He's hitting top gear. Ruling Blood just in front, tackled by Sovereign Chief on the outside. Ruling Blood and Sovereign Chief, they're locked together. They're going stride for stride. Noble Comment in third place. Sovereign Chief the outside, just in front of Ruling Blood. It's Sovereign Chief and Ruling Blood. Duffy's pulled the whip. I think it's going to be 5. It is. He's diving back to the inside of the riderless horse, and he's won the money. What a rider he is. Ruling Blood first, Sovereign Chief second. 6 lengths away third, Noble Comment, then Deep Reflection.
Courageous effort that by Gavin Duffy. Didn't let up with the whip even though foreign interest was balking his mount Ruling Blood over the final 100 metres. Great effort, Gavin. 5 wins for the day. Now the double and treble information. Firstly, the double from Eagle Farm, 1 and 15, paid $62.45, and the treble, 11, 1 and 15, paid $187.15. Now the highlights of the Brisbane meeting at Eagle Farm yesterday.
Keep going. Well, we've missed out on them completely. Oh, here's one we can have a look at.
Number 3.
Triumphal March just about to go out of the enclosure here right now. And, well, we can have a discussion even if we can't see them. Let's have a look at it now. Some pretty interesting horses. A lot of these, of course, getting their final shakedown for the big 4X Cup meeting, which is next Saturday here at Doomben. And once again, we'll be back with a live telecast. So if you can't get here, that'll be the best thing to do, of course.
Yes.
But if you can't get here, you'll be able to see all the action again next week. Now, a couple of horses here. You mentioned Bound to Wander early in the day.
I think she's got a good chance. She ran second, Bill, in the Brisbane Cup. She carried 54 and she's got 52 today. I think she's got a good chance, and I do think that Claymore Boy's got a good chance.
Yes, well, that's another New Zealander, of course. Mick Dittman in the saddle today. Been pretty consistent. His 2 runs here in Brisbane have produced 2 thirds.
Yes.
Third in the Welter, which was behind Star of Sirocco. And I thought a pretty good effort last week in his division of the Welter Handicap when he came in 3rd behind Shamrock.
That's right. He had 57 kilos and he's down 5 kilos. Another horse I'm giving a bit of a chance to, Bill, his recent form has been fair without being outstanding, is Lance Lotto. He came up here with a bit of a reputation. He failed in the O'Shea Stakes, in which he had 57 weight for A's. Then he ran 5th in the Brisbane Cup with 51.5 kilos, and he's got 51 kilos today. It's a nice weight for him, 51 kilos, and I think he might have some sort of a chance.
And what about El Lorena? Seems to be coming back to a bit of form.
Yes.
He likes Doomben.
Oh, loves Doomben. Well, of course, he was an unlucky second in the Doom of the Cup last year. He's a front-running horse who likes the track. He's got 55 kilos, and he's well up to the weight in his best form, of course.
Yes, certainly.
He's one of the chances.
All right, well, they're getting ready down there at the start, of course, the event over 2,020 metres. We might take a commercial break and be back with the start of the down here at Dubin this afternoon, and the horse is getting ready now for the running of the 4X Handicap. 2,020 metres, Keith. The betting on this, we discussed Claymore Boy. Pretty pronounced favourite here. 2-1 at this stage, Claymore Boy, with Mick Dittman in the saddle. Having a look at the rest of the betting, Bound to Honour at 10-1. You've got a bit of value coming up there.
Not bad value, is it?
El Lorena at 7s, Triumphal March 12-1, 9-1 Abbott. Noble Comment 9-1, WM 16-1, Claymore Boy 2s, Hagen Blur 50-1, Keep Safe 66s, Lance Lotto at 8-1.
That's got a chance.
We also have Bidston Hill, a New Zealander here, is at 12-1, Smoky Babylon 20-1, Homid, the Rocky Cup winner last week, is at 20-1, Sir Shazam at 50-1, Lord Seaman in the market a bit at 7-1.
Yes. Well, he won the other day, didn't he? He had about 55 kilos, I think it was.
55.5 to be precise, Keith.
Thank you.
We run a tight ship here.
I like that accurate flair you've got.
No equal at 100-1 and Ruling Blood at 20-1.
Now,
so
what's your pick?
I'm going for Claymore Boy.
Yes.
So there's about everybody in the grandstand by the look of it. 2-1 Claymore Boy. The ruling favourite for this event, the 4X Handicap.
Well, I like Claymore Boy, and I'm each way at a bit of odds. Lance Lotto.
But you've mentioned 4 horses that you've given a big chance to.
No, Claymore Boy I liked initially, but I think he's got a chance, Lance Lotto.
All right, well, we'll see how they go. There's gathering around. That's Triumphal March, of course, owned by Robert Sangster and his Sweetenham Stud Syndicate.
He won a race before the Melbourne Cup.
He certainly did, yeah.
And I don't think he even started in it. But he's a bit of a tip for it anyway.
Down to Honours down near the inside there. Just about all in and ready to run in this event. So at this stage, for race number 7, the 4X Handicap, over 2,020 metres, we'll take it to the start.
Signal has been given. Hagen Blues well behaved, Ruling Blood, WM. Now Bidston Hill, Lance Lotto, Sir Shazam, Smoky Babylon, Keep Safe, Homid. All set to go. Waiting on the starter to come around to his stand. El Lorena nicely drawn at 4. Noble Comment just on the move. And they settle again. Starter hasn't got to his stand as yet, but the line seems pretty well right. Ruling Blood, 9th of March. Now the starter's coming across to the rostrum. And we're just about set. No Equal has the inside. The lights are on. Racing now. No Equal and Claymore Boy both came out quickly. Bound to Honour began nicely, and El Lorena ridden along in the early stages. Abbott's going fast in search of the lead with Lance Lotto. Homid out wide with Keep Safe and Sir Shazam showing speed. WM getting back with Hagen Blue, Smoky Babylon and Lord Seaman at the post the first time. Homid from the extreme outside, racing over to vie for the lead now with Abbott. Ruling Blood third on the inside, then Lance Lotto, Sir Shazam a bit wide, Noble Comment, Bidston Hill followed by Keep Safe. No Equal on the inside, a length further back then to Claymore Boy on the inside of Triumphal March. Bound to Honour can't go the speed. Neither can Ellerina. He's getting back with WM, Lord Seaman, Hagen Blue and Smoky Babylon last. Running onto the bend at the 1400 and the leader Homid the centre just in front of Abbott. These leaders starting to slow up now and they're starting to pull a little bit. Homid about 3/4 of a length in front of Abbott and Sir Shazam going up on the outside now running to second place. Abbott a neck away third on the rails. Then Lancelotto, Ruling Blood, Keep Safe, followed by Noble Comment. No equal midfield on the inside of Bidston Hill. A length further back to Claymore Boy. Then Bound to Honour on the outside of Triumphal March. A length and a half to WM, followed by El Arena. He's starting a run now. He's going up 3 and 4 horses deep and he's going fast towards midfield. Hagen Blue back third last with Lord Seaman and Smoky Babylon at the rear. 800 metres left to go and El Arena's gone very fast and he's loomed up on the outside to vie for the lead. There's plenty of pressure on now. Homid just in front of El Arena and Sir Shazam there in the centre. Abbott's just behind them on the rails, followed by Keep Safe. A length further back to Noble Comment, then Ruling Blood, Bidston Hill, followed by Claymore Boy, now starting a run. Then Bound to Honour, Triumphal March, WM, Lord Seaman. No equal dropping out of it, passed by Hagen Blue and Smoky Babylon last. As they run towards the home turn, 450 metres left to go. Homid just in front of Lancelotto, going up 3 deep to tackle the leader now. Sir Shazam dropping out of it. Noble Comment to the outside. Here's Ruling Blood coming into it with a big run. Getting a run to Triumphal March. Abbott looking for the way clear. He's got nowhere to go at the moment. And Lord Seaman right down the outside with a big run. Lord Seaman sprinted up to take the lead. 200 metres to go and he shot past them. Lord Seaman a couple of lengths in front. Ruling Blood and Bidston Hill battling on fairly well. And right down the outside, WM, Claymore Boy running on gamely. But Lord Seaman in front as they draw to the line. And Lord Seaman wins it by a length. Second, pretty close. Claymore Boy, Bidston Hill and WM. Abbott just behind them with Lancelotto, Triumphal March, Hagen Blue, followed by Homid who weakened and then Bound to Honour, Smoky Babylon, Sir Shazam, Noble Comment, Ruling Blood, and the last few home, Keep Safe, No Equal, and El Arena.
Well, there'll be a photo there for the placings, but no doubt about the winner. The winner there was number 16, Lord Seaman. Lord Seaman, the winner of the event, and Lord Seaman pretty much in the market. I think when we had them going around a short time ago, I'll just check on the price on that. Yes, Lord Seaman quite well in demand at 7 to 1. Claymore Boy is in the photo for second and third, but there's the winner, number 16. Number 16, the winner, Lord Seaman, appeared on the scene about 150 from home and coming home with a rattling burst was just too good for them over the concluding stages. Drew away for quite a nice win, Lord Seaman. But then a couple of others. Claymore Boy was one that was coming home quite well. That wasn't a bad trial for the 4X Cup next week. Well, we'll wait for these placings, but 16 is first and a few in there for the second prize money, as you heard Wayne Wilson say on that occasion. Number 16... Lord Seaman, the winner of the event. Lord Seaman's last start, he won in a graduation, so he's come through quite well. And prior to that was 6th in a welter, and prior to that won in a graduation. So Lord Seaman has been quite well placed for this. Raced by Mr. and Mrs. D. Cleal and trained by D. Cleal also. So Lord Seaman winning the 4X handicap this afternoon. As you can see, returning to scale there under the charge of the clerk of the course. And while he's making his way back, we have Keith and also Mike Wolsey coming up here. Mike, of course, Chief Executive of the Brisbane Amateur Turf Club. There's the winner, Lord Seaman, returning to scale under the hands of the clerk of the course. And also coming in under the hands of Keith now is Mike Wolsey. How are you, Michael?
Good, thanks, Bill.
Busy day?
It's been a very busy day, but it's been very satisfactory. The crowd has been enormous. We haven't got the final figures yet, but we're very happy with the crowd.
And I should imagine they'd be in a betting mood too.
Yes, we mightn't crack the $1 million on the tape, but we'll be pretty close to it. And information from the bookmakers is that they're 20% up on what they held on Elders Day, which is quite astounding.
20%? Well, they might be on the way to about 3 million hold there for bookmakers, you know. It's usually about 2 or 3 times the tote.
That's right, but today, of course, we've only got 8 races to bet on.
Yeah, that's
QDC
right.
had 9 on Elders Day.
Mike, what do you think was the feature of today's racing, apart from the racing? What was your picture, your opinion of the focal point of the overall effect?
I think looking back into that grandstand, Keith, and seeing it chock-a-block and all the people in front of it, I think that was the highlight of the day as far as we were concerned.
You mentioned that grandstand full of people. Just prior to the start of the big event, the camera over there at the start just gave us a big shot of this whole grandstand, chock-a-block. I guess that would have warmed your heart for sure.
Yes, it's great to see, Billy. It's the first time that we've really tested the stand, and it's come through in with pretty good
well, this is first
test.
100,000, isn't it?
That's right, yes.
And they're the people there. That'll give you an idea of what it's like.
Did you feel that today's meeting, it paid off for the stand? stand, or the stand paid off today?
Oh, I think there's no doubt about that, Keith. I think we'll have a better idea when we've got all the figures and we analyse a few things, but I think it's come through pretty well, and it augurs well for our remaining 2 days of the carnival, next Wednesday, which of course is a free day,
yes,
and the following Saturday with the Rich 4X Cup.
Mike, you can't stop smiling.
That might be because we drew my Axeman in the Calcutta, Keith. But,
Mike, congratulations.
Thanks, Keith.
OK, Mike, we might just clear up the official placings on that race, Keith, and all the excitement we haven't got around to that. We'll have a look at those horses. They have returned to scale, and if we get a shot at that, I'll be able to put my head around the corner and get the official placings. The winner was number 16, of course, and that was Lord Seaman. Second in the event was number 7, Claymore Boy. Third home was number 11, Bidston Hill. Officially fourth in the event was number 6, WM. The winner scored by 1 1/4 lengths ahead between second and third. The time 2 minutes 8.6. 2 minutes 8.6 is the time for that event. Keith, I know you're out there rounding Mike up and so forth, but there were a couple of pretty good runs in that from a 4X Cup point of view. A few of these coming home quite well, one of which was Claymore Boy.
Yes, he ran on well, didn't he?
And WM in there for 4 too.
Bill, the winner was impressive,
yes,
wasn't he?
my word.
Sweeping up on the outside there.
Come through quite well, Keith.
Oh, he was impressive. By Jove, he was impressive.
All right.
It was a good race.
It was a good race. All right, although when Lord Seaman appeared on the scene, pretty much put it beyond doubt, didn't he?
Yes.
All right, we'll take a break and be back here to Doomben in just a moment.
Quickly, I was very confident.
What about at the top of the straight? How'd you feel there? Horse travelling well for you?
Well, actually, I was instructed not to move on the horse until I really wanted to make my run, and coming to the corner, there was never going to be much room to go inside any of them, so I elected to come to the outside, and it's definitely paid dividends because when I said go, he went.
You had to cover a bit of ground on him too there to get round those horses, eh?
Well, I virtually saved ground all the way through the race. I had a lovely run. I was never worse than one off the fence at any stage. But just coming to the corner, well, I thought if, you know, I'm going to be any sort of a chance, I've got to get a little bit closer to these leaders, and which I did, but I've had to cover extra ground in doing so.
The point about him is he's just out of a restricted class, and that was a very good class of horses you met today. It was a good effort, that.
My word, I was very impressed with his win, and he's in the Cup next week with 46.5. He's got to be a definite lightweight chance.
You were saying you might be too heavy to ride him in the Cup, so say you went on a wasting program.
Possibly the lightest I could ride him would be 47.5, and I'm just not too sure whether connections would, you know, approve with that. But
John, you just picked this right up on Friday?
That's right. Friday morning, Mrs. Cleo rung up and asked me to ride the horse.
Well, I guess you're pretty happy she did.
My word, very happy. Yeah.
Johnny, you're well up in the Sydney's Premiership, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. I'm running second at the moment behind Ronnie Quinton. And
what you told me 50, wasn't it?
That's right, 50 city winners.
Aren't you closely connected with the Bart Cummings stable, the sort of the #1 lightweight jockey for the stable?
Yes, I do a lot of riding for Bart Cummings. Actually, I ride plenty of work for him also, and I do ride a lot of the lightweight chances, yes.
All right, John, well, thanks for being with us. It was most enjoyable watching that horse sprint across the way in the straight there.
Yeah, thank you.
Good on you.
Congratulations, John.
John Marshall leaves us, and we bring in race number 7 now. This is a replay from Sydney. Race 7 is the Larkspur.
Today it was the real My Axeman. He was Warwick Robinson, settled back to about midfield, but on the fence, and it was only a matter of getting a run from about the 700 metres, and once he got to the outside, he powered home in a most impressive performance, and he's now going to attempt the Burnborough Double, the Rothmans 4X Cup. The big talking point after the Rothmans was what penalty the BATC handicapper Mr Roy Beckerman will impose for the Rothmans win. I estimate that he'll probably receive about 3 kilos and rise to 58.5 kilos in the 4X Cup, but he's in with undeniable claims of landing the double. Anyway, down to the action. The first event was the Abraham Freiberg Novice, 1350 metres. Well-deserved win to Blue Sector. He's been most unlucky in this class on several occasions, and a very clever ride by Mike Pelling.
Began quickly, and Flash Lady and Rich Duke out wide. Both got away fast, showing speed. Luscanair and Flying Edge and Tudor Ben going through in search of prominent spots. Bernard Carr began fairly well. He's up running about 5th in the early stages. Matobi Ruler's getting a long way back. He's out about 5 horses deep, and he's back about 4th last. Unsettling down, Flying Edge shot through to be the leader, just in front of Flash Lady. Luscanair 3rd, Tudor Ben 4th. Quito Girl next on the inside of Unswerving, and then Bernard Khan running about 8th on the rails, a length and a half to Viking Ruler. followed further back in the field by Prime Walk, who's wide. Montpellier Prince on the inside, and then May Ray, Isle of Biscay, Matobi Rule is very deep, and then Rye Boss. A long way back, Rich Duke in company with Blue Sector, then Even Seal back second last Poor, and as they come down the side of the track now, Black Visa drops to the rear. 450 metres left to go, and on the outside, Plush Lady loomed up to go to the lead now. She's ahead in front of Flying Edge. Luscaneer's getting a beautiful run in third place. Unswerving to the outside, running on gamely, and here's Burnett Khan working into the clear, and so too is Quito Girl. Prime Walk to the extreme outside, now starting a long run, and Matobi Rule is going through in the centre. They've got 250 metres left to go. Plush Lady got past Flying Edge. Montpellier Prince into the clear. Quito Girl, now Montobi Ruler is running on gamely, and Blue Sector right down the outside. Blue Sector's going out after Plush Lady and Montpellier Prince. Blue Sector's taken the lead close to home, and he's going to get up and win it. Blue Sector first, Montpellier Prince second, Plush Lady third, then Matobi Ruler.
Mick Dittman, no luck there on Matobi Ruler, but he made amends in the next event, the first DJ O'Mara graduation, when the consistent Connor's Empire. A bold ride from Dittman here. He hustled forward in the middle part, and Connor's Empire sustained a long run to wear down Going Broke, whose effort was also sound. And the favourite here was Connor's Empire, heavily backed at 5-2.
Fast into stride, and Lady Nijinsky is showing a lot of speed. She's spearing through in search of the early lead. Sandan Courtin, Going Broke, going very fast. Connor's Empire began reasonably well, but he's back worse than midfield on settling down with great march. 800 metres to go. Lady Nijinsky just in front of Sandan Court. Going Broke a length away third, the rails, then Vlad Nirodama, followed by Nobly Born, moving up on the outside of Champagne Kate, then Fast Blood, Aeolus back along the rails, then Bayhawk, Connor's Empire wide, and then Great March, Lady Lippard, and dropping to the rear of the field is Gallant Sun and Domenio. As they come down the side, 500 metres left to go on the lead of Lady Nijinsky. She's just in front of Going Broke, getting a lovely run on the inside. Sandan Court a neck away third, but three deep, then Vlad, Nobly Born. There's Connor's Empire taking off very quickly. Dittman winding him up on the outside. He's running into it gamely. Nobly Born just inside of him, and they had a bit of a bumping duel on the corner as they straighten up now. 300 left to go. Going Broke in front. Connor's Empire's rattling home on the outside, and shortly after, Connor's Empire loomed up to Going Broke. Lady Nijinsky in third place, then Champagne Kate and Nobly Born. Connor's Empire just in front. Going Broke's kicking again on the inside. Connor's Empire, Going Broke. Connor's Empire getting away from Glowing Broke as they hit the line, and Connor's Empire wins it by a half length. Going Broke second, tied for third, Bayhawk and Nobly Born in a photo.
Now, the favourite greeted the judge first in the Clive quality when Tandrio, well ridden by Peter Cook, just held off Magoosie, but the run to watch is Ben Cara. He flashes home to get fourth in an eye-catching 4X Cup trial, only over the 1,200 metres yesterday, but it'll be a different story next week, 2,200M.
Going strong, and Cardi Star both came out very quickly. Burlesque is accelerating up along the inside now to go up and go to the lead. Fiesta Star began very quickly, getting back Prince Comedy in company there with Going Strong, Anchor in. Ben Carr and Spanny and immediately drops to the rear on settling down. 850 metres left to go. And the leader here, Burlesque. Burlesque leads by a length and a half. Second, Tandrio. Andretti a neck away third, then Anata Gold, followed by Bold Personality. Back along the inside, Fiesta Star. Hard ridden at the moment. Prince Comedy's going forward, and so too is Magoosie. Going strong on the inside of Cardi Star, then Sunset Affair, Rouvain. A long way back, Anchor in. Spanny are now starting a run, moving up on the outside of Nitro Lad, who's back third last. Ben Carr at the rear. As they run on towards the home turn, Gala Peak second last. 400 metres left to go. Burlesque in front as they swing around the corner. Tandrio moving up to have a crack at the leader now. Anata Gold on the outside, running on fairly well. Then Bold Personality. Andretti on the rails behind them. Magoosie to the outsides, coming home with a good burst, and then Fiesta Star. Plenty of chances. 200 metres to go. Tandrio's just in front. Magoosie the outside, a bit of a danger. Magoosie's going out after Tandrio. Tandrio's kicking again. Tandrio about a neck in front of Magoosie. Then Sunset Affair. Tandrio's in front as they draw to the line. He's too good for them, Tandrio. Tandrio first, second Magoosie, third, maybe Sunset Affair, followed home by Cardi Star.
Ben Cara there in the lime green. It was a great 4X Cup trial, flashing home to get fourth. The second DJ O'Mara graduation, and the River Rough bubble burst in no uncertain terms when Ricketty Kate nailed him in the last couple of bounds, and the odds-on backers were left lamenting. Ricketty Kate been very honest this campaign in Brisbane, and she's certainly one to follow when she goes back to Newcastle.
Showing speed, and there's River Rough going up into a handy spot early. He's running up into second place. Legal Progeny showing a lot of speed. Southern Pulse settling midfield with General Salute. Clyde King getting back, and Dancing Man immediately goes to the rear with Bopanga. On settling down, Legal Progeny raced away at the 800 to lead by a length and a half on River Rough. Ahead away third, Ricketty Kate on the inside, two to Top Report, then General Salute, Brandy Boy, Plum Lucky. A length further back then to Southern Pulse, followed by Brilliant Beauty, and then Flight King on the inside, Diatel, Dancing Man, and Bopanga last. Down the side with 600 metres left to go, and travelling okay in front, it's Legal Progeny by a neck. Second, River Rough, who's cruising up on the outside. Third on the row is Ricketty Kate, followed by General Salute, and then Top Report. Brilliant Beauty now starting a run. Brandy Boy to the outside, and then Southern Pulse as they straighten up. 350 metres left to go. Legal Progeny about to be joined by the favourite River Rough on the outside. Back in third place, Brandy Boy, followed by Ricketty Kate, and then General Salute. River Rough dashed to the front at the 200. He's a length and a half clear of Ricketty Kate, then Legal Progeny, Brandy Boy and Brilliant Beauty. River Rough in front. Ricketty Kate's coming at him close to home. He's starting to stop the favourite. River Rough just in front. Ricketty Kate lunging at him on the line. Oh, gee, it's close. Very close, this one. Ricketty Kate or River Rough. Third, Brandy Boy. Then Brilliant Beauty.
Good ride that by Danny Philpott on Ricketty Kate to tip out the favourite River Rough. That's the first four from Doomben. Of course, the action next Saturday again centres at Doomben with the running of the 4X Cup. We picked up a few interviews out at the course yesterday, and the first was when I spoke to Phillip Smith, the New Zealand rider. Phillip Smith, the New Zealand rider of 4X Cup Hope, Rose and Thistle. Phillip, you happy with his progress since he's second in the Tattersalls Cup?
Yes, but he's done everything right. He's eating up well, and he worked good here on Thursday morning with the horses in the Rothmans today, Unipatero.
You're happy with his work there?
Yeah, Unipatero beat him by a length or something, but they're two different types of horses. You know, he only run half a mile. Well, Unipatero's got to be too fast for him over half a mile, but he run to the line good.
What about his work during the week leading up to the 4X Cup? Do you expect him to do a lot of hard work?
Yeah, he'll gallop probably Tuesday and again on Thursday, but apart from that, he'll just be doing strong pace work.
I suppose Prince Majestic will be the one to beat on his performance in the Tattersalls Cup when he just beat you.
Yeah, he's got to be the one to beat again. I thought I had him beat last week, but he just kept giving, and he ended up beating me good in the finish. But he's getting up now, and the weight's where it starts to hurt a bit. You know?
What about the barrier draw to be done on Tuesday? You're looking for an inside draw with this horse?
Well, he's a horse that can race handy, so an inside draw, you know, is probably better for him, although he could still race handy from an outside draw, but he's got to work harder to get there. You know?
A couple of years ago you had a ride here at Doomben and it was a rather tragic end.
Yeah, before today it's the only ride I've had here, and it was on a horse called King Kaka. Ended up fracturing 4 vertebrae in my back.
Oh, well, I hope you have better luck next week in the 4X Cup. I'm sure you will.
Thanks, Bart. Good.
We've had the first four from Doomben, but what a run from the Queensland outsider, Lord Sambo. He gave young apprentice John Walker great sight when he dashed home, and bookies at 125 to 1. Lord Sambo looked to be the winner when they straightened, but My Axeman was just too strong at the finish. As I mentioned, that penalty is going to be crucial to My Axeman's prospects in the 4X Cup, and that will be announced tomorrow by handicapper Roy Beckerman. Another good run came from the New Zealander Bren Lane, the winner of the Elders Handicap. He looked some chance when they straightened, just faded a little bit the last bit, and Patera battled on well for fourth. Let's now go to the full running of the Rothmans 100,000 from yesterday, and keep an eye on My Axeman in the whitish colours and the red cap.
He's a Haze near the inside, began quickly, and so did So Dandy. An Ideal Planet on the outside. Patera showing a lot of speed. Worcester's going fast near the inside, and He's a Haze is kicking up now with Draw the Line, getting a long way back in the early stages. Bren Lane, he's back about 5th last. Neptune's caught Grand Rocky getting back, and confidentially immediately goes to the rear. On settling down, He's a Haze, a neck in front of Worcester. Ideal Planet third, Bold Jet fourth, followed by Nosy Parker, trapped a bit deep, then Draw the Line. Patera, My Axeman midfield on the inside of So Dandy. A length and a half further back, Declare Apollo, Bronze Spirit, and then Lord Sambo, Toy Pindari a little bit wide. A length further back then came Bren Lane, followed by Neptune's Court. Beach Boys giving them a long start with Open the Door, Grand Rocky, and then Grand Series and confidentially last. They're packing up as they run down the side. 500 metres left to go. Worcester loomed up quickly on the outside of He's a Haze to vie for the lead. Ideal Planet 3 deep battling on. Well, there's Lord Sambo going up very fast on the outside. Nosy Parker in the centre coming into it with a good run to the extreme outside. So Dandy. Patera popped the big question, and then Toy Pindari. 250 to go, and the Boulders race to the lead. Lord Sambo, he's a length and a half clear. Bren Lane with a big run on the outside, and here's My Axeman winding up. Look at him come, My Axeman. He's flying down the outside. He's loomed up to take the lead, and My Axeman's racing away from Bren Lane and Lord Sambo, and My Axeman goes on to win. My Axeman first, Lord Sambo second, Bren Lane third, then Patera.
A couple of disappointments there. Nosy Parker in particular. He's obviously feeling the effects of a fairly long campaign. And Toy Pindari didn't race with the same dash, but he might be one to keep in mind for the spring. Toy Pindari's a very, very good sprinter. The next was the TM Ahern Stakes at Doomben yesterday, and the bookies got some of their own back here with the win of Golden Glimmer, just holding off Sparkle Life, well ridden by Gavin Birra, and third was Snow Bloom. The favourite High Cliff had no luck at all. Watch him about the 200 metres. He's involved in a traffic jam there, and I thought he was going well enough at the time to just about win.
Getting back in the field, McGettigan, he's back second last, and Big Julie immediately goes to the rear. Show Joy is showing blistering speed, and she's raced away to be a length and a half in front of Panther. Cloudway settling third, then Golden Glimmer Yorkton, followed on the rails by Snow Bloom, and then Gallant Royale. Coral Queen up at about fifth place as they run onto the first bend, and then Foulness. Getting back along the inside, High Cliff is worse than midfield at the moment, running on the inside of Hot August Night. A length further back then to Engage, picking up ground. Regal Advice is a long way back with Bold Prima, Crown Witness, McGettigan, and Big Julie as they come down the side. 550 metres left to go. Panther to the outside, just in front of Show Joy. Going up third, Golden Glimmer at the moment. Gallant Royale coming into it with a good run. Just behind them, over on the rails, Cloudway. Further back in the field, Spark of Life. He's coming home gamely on the outside, and then Regal Advice and High Cliff to the extreme outside with Foulness. 250 metres left to go, and Golden Glimmer sprinted to the lead. Spark of Life running up into second place. Regal Advice on the extreme outside, then Cloudway, Panther, and further back, Snow Bloom. Golden Glimmer in front. Slowly but surely, Spark of Life is running him down. It's Golden Glimmer a half length in front. Spark of Life going to him close to the line. Golden Glimmer just in front. They hit it. Oh, gee, it's close. Spark of Life or Golden Glimmer. Not much in it at all. It could go either way. Snow Bloom probably third. High Cliff round.
The big 4X Cup trial at Doomben yesterday was the 4X Handicap. We'll have to get more beers, I think, Castlemaine. They're sponsoring so many races. This was the 4X Handicap, well won by Lord Seaman. I thought Claymore Boy, the runner-up, was a shade unlucky. You'll notice just as he turns for home, he has no luck at all in securing a run. Mick Dittman finally works him into the clear, and he runs on nicely. But the honours with Lord Seaman. Under his light weight, he's going to be a 4X Cup hope now, and he's had a dramatic rise in recent months.
No Equal and Claymore Boy both came out quickly. Bound to Honour began nicely, and El Lorena ridden along in the early stages. Abbott's going fast in search of the lead with Lancelotto. Homed out wide with Keep Safe and Sir Shazam showing speed. WM getting back with Hagen Blue, Smoky Babylon and Lord Seaman. At the post the first time, Homed from the extreme outside, racing over to vie for the lead now with Abbott. Ruling Blood third on the inside, then Lancelotto, Sir Shazam a bit wide, Noble Comment, Bidston Hill, followed by Keep Safe. No Equal on the inside, a length further back then to Claymore Boy on the inside of Triumphal March. Bound to Honour can't go the speed, neither can El Lorena. He's getting back with WM, Lord Seaman, Hagen Blue and Smoky Babylon last. Running onto the bend at the 1400, and the leader Homed the centre just in front of Abbott. These leaders starting to slow up now, and they're starting to pull a little bit. Homed about 3/4 of a length in front of Abbott, and Sir Shazam going up on the outside, now running to second place. Abbott a neck away third on the rails, then Lancelotto, Ruling Blood, Keep Safe, followed by Noble Comment. No Equal midfield on the inside of Bidston Hill, a length further back to Claymore Boy, then Bound to Honour on the outside of Triumphal March, a length and a half to WM, followed by El Lorena. He's starting a run now, he's going up 3 and 4 horses deep, and he's going fast towards midfield. Hagen Blue back third last with Lord Seaman and Smoky Babylon at the rear. 800 metres left to go, and El Lorena's gone very fast, and he's loomed up on the outside to vie for the lead. There's plenty of pressure on now. Homed just in front of El Lorena and Sir Shazam there in the centre. Abbott's just behind them on the rails, followed by Keep Safe. A length further back to Noble Comment, then Ruling Blood, Bidston Hill, followed by Claymore Boy, now starting a run. Then Bound to Honour, Triumphal March, WM, Lord Seaman. No Equal dropping out of it, passed by Hagen Blue and Smoky Babylon last as they run towards the home turn. 450 metres left to go. Homed just in front of Lancelotto, going up 3 deep to tackle the leader now. Sir Shazam dropping out of it. Noble Comment to the outside. Here's Ruling Blood coming into it with a big run. Getting a run 2, Triumphal March. Abbott looking for the way clear. He's got nowhere to go at the moment. And Lord Seaman right down the outside with a big run. Lord Seaman sprinted up to take the lead. 200 metres to go, and he shot past them. Lord Seaman a couple of lengths in front. Ruling Blood and Bidston Hill battling on fairly well. And right down the outside, WM, Claymore Boy running on gamely, but Lord Seaman in front as they draw to the line. And Lord Seaman wins it by a length. Second, pretty close, Claymore Boy, Bidston Hill and WM.
Two good cup trials there from Lord Seaman and the runner-up Claymore Boy, and WM's effort I thought was also good from a cup viewpoint. The last was the Delaney graduation. Nostradamus, odds on, although a little easy in the market, and he had to do a fair bit of work out wide through the run, but he had enough in reserve at the finish to hold off Zaza Zoom. Nostradamus isn't to run in the 4X Cup. He's going to be set now for the Grafton Cup.
The inside began well, and Prince and Sugar Dust both got chopped out shortly after the start. Zaza Zoom from out wide began quickly, going up with National Crest towards the lead. Getting a fair way back as our pledge, Lahara Lad, Bow Chief and Silent Strength immediately gets back to the rear. Nostradamus fourth last as they come to the post the first time. Grand Dutch in front as they go to the turn out of the straight. There's no speed on. Yolson Lad going up to second on the outside as Zaza Zoom. Ahern Prince fourth on the rails, and then Our Pledge. Or Ahern Prince hit the running rail there, I think, and he went out and he bounced into National Crest. Glory Bay, Lahara Lad just behind them, then Jickaree, Polar Mola, followed by Bo Chief. Nostradamus still back third last, and then Sugar Dust and Silent Strength. Still no speed on, 1,400 metres left to go. They run into the back now, and it's Grand Dutch a length in front of Yolson Lad. Zazazoom has settled well, third on the inside, a length into Our Pledge, followed by Ahern Prince on the inside of National Crest, and then Jickaree, Lahara Lad's pulling hard. Glory Bay on the inside, then Polar Mola. Nostradamus still a long way back, racing on the outside of Bo Chief. Silent Strength and Sugar Dust together at the rear. Running along the back now with 1,000 metres left to go. Grand Dutch the leader, a length in front. Yolson Lad running second, third Zazazoom, followed on the outside by Our Pledge, a length into Jickaree, picking up ground on the outside of Ahern Prince, and then National Crest. Here's Nostradamus now starting a run. Duffy setting him alight on the outside. He's going up very quickly, and Polar Mola going with him, and they've got him right off the track, Nostradamus. National Crest is a fair way back with Bo Chief, Glory Bay, Silent Strength and Sugar Dust. It's a packing field as they run down the side, 600 metres left to go, and the leader here, it's Grand Dutch, a half length in front. Polar Mola's going up very quickly on the outside. Nostradamus looks to be going half pace just off the speed. Zazazoom is next to the inside, then Jickaree, followed by Yolson Lad, and now Lahara Lad starting a big run right around the outside. Onto the home turn, just short of 400 metres to go. Grand Dutch just in front as they straighten up. Polar Mola on the outside. Nostradamus now popped the big question. Zazazoom going for a run in the middle. Bo Chief running on fairly well, and then Lahara Lad. Grand Dutch in front. Nostradamus on the extreme outside, going out after Grand Dutch. Zazazoom coming through in the middle. Nostradamus in front. He pulls a whip on him. He's starting to get away from them now, and Nostradamus is going to win it, I think. Yes! Nostradamus has just beaten Zazazoom. Close for third. Yolson Lad is there with Glory Bay, Polar Mola, Grand Dutch and Ahern Prince.
Got a lot of character in that win of Nostradamus. I think he's a horse we're going to hear a lot of in the spring. He could even be a Melbourne Cup chance. The double and treble from Doomben yesterday. Firstly, the double numbers, 1 and 16. That was My Axeman and Lord Seaman, paid $86.75, while the treble numbers, 1, 1 and 16, Tandrio, My Axeman and Lord Seaman, paid $320.25. Continuing our 4X Cup interviews, I caught up with Mick Dittman, who's to ride the favourite Prince Majestic. Mick Dittman, you're on the favourite Prince Majestic in the 4X Cup. I believe he's done well since his Tattersalls Cup win.
Well, I was talking to Ray Werner, his trainer, about 3 days after the Tattersalls Cup win, and he said that he got over the run very well and he seemed to have done good, so, you know, we're just hoping that he continues to do well.
He was a little bit disappointed with the penalty, 2 kilos. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I was disappointed with it because, you know, as you know, he had his fair share of weight before his penalty. He had 58. 2 kilos takes him to 60, and it's in the old scale it's 9 stone 6, so all round about there, and it's a lot of weight to carry and win a Doomben Cup. They've got to be outstanding horses to do it.
Yeah, I think Tails one was the last high weight carrier. I think he had 9 stone 2, or the equivalent of that, 58 kilos. What are your thoughts on, say, lining Prince Majestic up with a horse like Tails?
Well, I've only rode him twice. His form in Sydney when he won the Tancred Stakes was outstanding, of course, and he's always shown the qualities of being a top horse. But I think they've got to be outstanding to win a Doomben Cup with 60 kilos. You know, there won't want to be anything going wrong.
He drew towards the outside in the Tattersalls Cup, and you had to make use of him to put him up there. With the extra weight, I suppose the barrier draw could be crucial in the 4X Cup.
Well, I think it would be. I think if he could draw a good alley, it would be, you know, a hell of a load off my mind. But if he drew bad, you know, you'd be in a bit of a quandary because you can't go starting him up with 60 kilos on his back, and so you just got to keep your fingers crossed that he may draw a good alley.
It was a class performance in the Tattersalls Cup. Do you put him up there with some of the better quality stayers you've ridden?
Oh, there's no doubt he's a top horse. He's a top racehorse. He's, you know, he hasn't really been suited to the way I've been riding him. I've had to start him up a couple of times because they've both been on wet tracks, and you can't afford to be getting too far back on wet tracks with big weights on their back because they, you know, it's hard to plough through it and come from behind. But I think they're both good performances, and if he gets a good alley in the Cup, he'll be running about 5th or 6th without too much problem, and he'll be hard to beat from there, even with his weight.
I agree with Mick. I think he'll be hard to beat even with the weight. But the 4X Cup has opened up a little bit now with the performances yesterday of Ben Carr and My Axeman, a couple of good 4X handicap trials. Just for Tristram didn't appear at Doomben yesterday, but he's a solid third favourite following his good Winter Carnival form, and his trainer Sid Brown is happy with the way he's gone. Sid Brown, you've got Just for Tristram in the 4X Cup next week. How's he done since he's run in the Tattersalls Cup?
But he's done a treat in himself. I couldn't be more happy with him. He's really thrived since the Cup, and that was a hard run on a very, very sticky track, but he's came through it very well.
What about his work this morning?
Well, this morning he worked over 2,000 and he came up his last 3 in 37 3/4, and I couldn't have been happier the way he worked. He worked very, very well and hit out nice and free and was very bright coming off the track.
We've seen a couple of new Cup hopes emerge here today. Ben Cara ran on very strongly to get fourth in the Ewer quality. What did you think of his run?
Yes, well, I always thought he was a real wet track horse, but the track today is still on the worst side of slow, I think. And well, you'd have to say it was a very good run today, and he at least proves he can run over ground.
Right, what about My Axeman? A great win in the Rothmans 100,000. He's got to step up now to 2,200 metres.
Yes, I think with the 3 kilo penalty, Bart, he'll be still the hardest one to beat.
You've preempted the handicap there, Mr. Roy Beck, and you've announced his penalty, 3 kilos.
Well, he's a big horse, he'll carry it. But I think he'd be the hardest to beat on his run today. He's a very, very fit horse, and he's proved at Flemington he can run over ground. I think he won a weight for age race over 2,000 metres, plus he won 2nd or 3rd in the Cox Plate. That's all the Brisbane race action we have for you. I'll be back later in the program with the Sydney and Melbourne straightening. Keelhaul battles on strongly for second, but no chance of pegging back the leader, Satin Jewel.
About 3/4 of a length now on Kidsbeer. Craze third, then Prince Vanquish. Zappalong locked away, further off the track. 1 Keelhaul, 2 Julius, and then Regal Biscay and Cretin Dancer. Satin Jewel a length and a quarter, Kidsbeer, who made the turn a little awkwardly. And as they straighten up now, Satin Jewel's rider really going. Satin Jewel, 2.5 lengths, Prince Vanquish, Keelhaul, Kidsbeer, and then Craze, but at the 200 metres, Satin Jewel as the jockey goes for the whip. 2.5 Keelhaul, Prince Vanquish, Kidsbeer, then Regal Biscay, but it's all Satin Jewel in no danger. Keelhaul moving to second from Kidsbeer, but Satin Jewel untroubled. Satin Jewel over Keelhaul, third was Kidsbeer, and then
the Dahlia Handicap was race 2, 1,290 metres, and the heavily backed favourite, 3-1, Stride to Glory, ridden by Keith Banks, who continued a good winning run here, kicks clear just after straightening.
Double copy on the outside. A further 4 French Finale and 3 lengths off Grill Room and then Little Good at the 400, which brings them around the home corner. And Northern Blossom the inside, now being joined and headed in fact by Stride to Glory, and it dashed clear on straightening up. Stride to Glory by 2 Wild Rice, Northern Blossom, a length and a double copy, followed by French Finale at the 200. Banks goes for the whip on Stride to Glory. It's a length and 3/4 clear on French Finale, followed by Wild Rice and double copy, who can do no better. But Stride to Glory is striding right away, much too good, and down to the line, Stride to Glory by nearly 3 lengths to French Finale. It's awfully close for third between Wild Rice and double copy.
Packed field on the home turn in the third event, the Sir Ivor Handicap, but Tread the Boards finishes very powerfully down the centre of the track to tip out Irish Glen. Miss Hazard at 25-1 was third.
And Vintage King, who's hanging badly, is at the tail of the field. Redetta joined in front by Irish Glen, who now takes up as the clear-cut leader, travelling to the corner. And at the 400, Irish Glen, a length and a half on Redetta, followed by Golden Daniel, just peppered. A length away, Will, and behind those Miss Hazard. And Butterfly Prince has dropped off sharply around the corner. Irish Glen accelerating here, 2.5 lengths in front of Redetta, followed by Miss Hazard. The rider's gone for the whip on the leader, and a break of a length to Tread the Boards. I Will going backwards. Now Tread the Boards is winding up and is coming after Irish Glen very quickly. It collars Irish Glen, Tread the Boards. It's veering in sharply, but it's drawing away. And Tread the Boards on the line by a length and 3/4, Irish Glen. Third home was Miss Hazard from Butterfly Prince.
Unfancied Dashing Vagabond gave the Mel Barnes stable a 2-state double here when scored at 33-1. Barnes scoring earlier in the day at Doomben with Tandrio.
Inside of the main division double fashion, and 30 or 40 metres Blazing Prince, 400 to go. And Parados, who's worked very hard in the run, is coming out after Dashing Vagabond, who leads a neck as they straighten up. 2.5 to My Good Son, Nima Luke, Taron Boy, and then Star Yacht very wide out. In the stretch and coming to the 200, Dashing Vagabond the inside, just leading from Parados, whose rider's first to go for the whip. And it's a race in 2-6, Taron Boy, My Good Son, and Star Yacht, but Dashing Vagabond on the inside, ridden quietly, safely holding Parados. Taron Boy third, and that's the way they finish. Dashing Vagabond scores about a half length. Second, Parados by G ran a big race after covering an almighty amount of ground.
The Nijinsky Welter was next, and another good result for bookies with Prince Granada scoring at 11-1, well ridden by Morris Logue. Second was Shamrock King, who makes up good ground in the straight.
Maybe Lucky shuffle back to last, and Shamrock King is second last as they climb the hill and come to the bend. 400 metres to gallop, and it's still Prince Granada showing the way from Kuala Bay. A length Chief Justice followed on the outside by Shamrock King, Andre Marcel. Bellini dropping off and well back in the field as they straighten. May be lucky at Stone Motherless last. In the stretch now at the 220, Prince Granada just leading on the outside, Kuala Bay, and here's Shamrock King chiming in as Logue really goes for the whip on Prince Granada. It's just in front from Shamrock King. He's coming quickly, Shamrock King. Prince Granada still in front. Shamrock King dying on his run, and Prince Granada, cleverly written, wins it. Prince Granada over Shamrock King, third Kuala Bay, then Rising Planet.
Race 6, the Grundy Handicap, and the favourite Multi was carted wide on the home turn, and Darren Beedman sent Ripper Clipper through on the inside to score decisively.
Alex Calm Duke and then Ermeline and 2-1 cut. At the 400 and Wacko Kid, 3/4 of a length on the favourite, going after it quickly, Multi. Third on the inside is Ripper Clipper getting through now, followed by Salix. Straightening up for the run of the judge, and Multi's taken the lead. Ripper Clipper coming at it quickly now, followed by Wacko Kid, who's starting to feel the pinch, and then Ermeline. Ripper Clipper's drawn clear at the 200. Ermeline's coming up on the inside. Ripper Clipper, however, doing better than Ermeline. In third place, Multi, followed by Salix and Wacko Kid, but Ripper Clipper, this has been a beautiful ride by Beedman, and Ripper Clipper drawing clear. Ripper Clipper's beaten Ermeline. Third, Multi. Fourth, Salix. Then Calm Duke.
Lanky Galloper Record Maker appreciated the return to good conditions. We pointed out last time that he wasn't at home on a heavy track, and he makes amends here at 7-2 and favourite. Terry Duckett rode him well and was distressed after this hard ride.
Games to Miller's Forest set him up, Joe. Record Maker held up momentarily, a length to Argent, being pushed along a shade, followed by Just a Dash, and then Our Town, the Arco Fair, and 3 lengths to Lord Folkestone. Ambushed is heading out to the centre of the track, but has gained the lead as they straighten. Royal Canvas a second, followed a length away by Miller's Forest, then Record Maker, and 2 lengths further back is Argent, followed by Gamester, but ambushed inside the 200, a length clear on Record Maker, who's finishing stoutly now. Ambushed is claimed immediately by Record Maker, who's going home by far the better, and Record Maker drawing away on the line, wins it a length and a half to Ambushed. Third home was Miller's Forest, then came Our Town.
The Mill Reef Handicap wound up proceedings at Canterbury. Guys and Dolls, not ridden by Frank Sinatra, but Stephen Jeffries gets the money from Kutzbar.
And home corner and Santus are almost level with Guys and Dolls. Kutzbar's gone from near the tail to be a length away third. And then comes Golden Award, followed by Olavic and Victory and Paris losing ground. Around the corner, rider on Kutzbar, Skinner heading right to the centre of the track. Guys and Dolls kicking back on the inside, leads a length and a half on Kutzbar. Then Golden Award and Santuza, but it's Guys and Dolls in front at the 100 metres. Guys and Dolls looks in no danger. Kutzbar second, Golden Award third. And do you think this has improved some today, Guys and Dolls, has it? What? Guys and Dolls goes home to win it about 4.5 lengths on the line to Kutzbar.
I don't think Ian Craig backed Guys and Dolls. The double from Canterbury, 4 and 3, paid $70.40, while the treble, 9, 4 and 3, paid $1,341.70. That's the action from Canterbury. We'll be back after this break to have a look at the Flemington.
Next, Glen Moriston drew level with Mr. Nayab at the 200. Got about a neck in front. Mr. Nayab fighting back, but Glen Moriston, he's a gutsy horse, this. Glen Moriston drawing away a length in front with 100 to go, and Glen Moriston's going on to win. Scores by a length to Mr. Nayab. 4 lengths away third would be Minapper. They will follow then.
Second, and the 7-1 chance Mr. Aristocrat came sneaking along the inside to hold off a determined challenge from All Prince.
So it's Viva Perak from Prince Nureyev, and they will follow then Bellardi Boy, hard ridden. Next in the field is Glenroy Gold as they swing into the straight, and then came Oppie's Daughter on the outside, followed by So-Called a Lady, and Loveloff pulled out, but second last. As they settle for the run-in, and Viva Perak's quickly swept up on the outside with Mr. Aristocrat getting the rails run there in front from All Prince. It's going well, getting a run, and then Latin Occasion. Loveloff's running on very strongly. Mr. Aristocrat about a half length in front of All Prince, who's coming at it quickly now from Viva Perak and Latin Occasion. Mr. Aristocrat a nick in front, trying to get it as All Prince. Mr. Aristocrat desperately winning as one at ahead from All Prince, a length and a half. I reckon Viva Perak might have got third, a Nostril in front of a Latin.
Track starting to cut up, but the punters are on target here. This is the way all favourites should win. Diwali at 11 to 8 scores by 16 lengths.
Diwali faced up with one to jump 6 lengths in front and doing it well. Mr. Hickey and Safekeeping battling it out for second, and then 2 to lay by. But here's the last. Diwali's got it parcelled up if he gets over, and he has. 6 lengths to Safekeeping and Mr. Hickey, and 2 to lay by. But Diwali's home and hosed, a brilliant exhibition today. 10 lengths to safekeeping. Mr. Hickey's running out of puff. He mightn't run third even. Layby's running up to him, and then Prince Lindell. But Diwali's given a practically faultless exhibition today to win by 15 lengths. Going further ahead, Diwali scores 15 lengths to safekeeping. Layby and Mr. Hickey battling it out for third. Layby just going home a fraction the better's got third. And
bit of clever camera work to keep them all in focus there. Diwali by a big margin, but Crimson Pearl gave bookies some of their own back when scored at 50-1 in the next, scoring from the consistent So Like Bell.
Nearly in front of the lot of them, with 400 to go, Trim and True, Colour Chart, Elga Bonya, and now High Polish under the whip coming out after them. Bow Mistress for the first time making some ground as they get near the 400-metre mark. The outsiders are starting to fall in a hole now, with 300 to go now, and it's a great battle for the lead here. And Crimson Pearl's coming at them very quickly. High Polish, Crimson Pearl, and So Like Bell. Three of them in line. So Like Bell, Crimson Pearl. Crimson Pearl does best, and Crimson Pearl won it. About a half length to So Like Bell, a half head to High Polish third, Bow Mistress.
Classy 3-year-old filly Arctic Wolf went on her winning way. 7 wins from 17 starts now. She's going to be one of the ones to watch in the spring.
Cobra holding the inside. Length and a half Arctic Wolf, followed by Belsier Boy. Timelight hooked to the outside from Chesterfield. 2 to Safraz. Alley-oop is pulled out wide, but Crossine bolted away at the 400, led by 3 lengths. Timelight into second, Arctic Wolf into second place from Timelight. Cobra's gone, then Belsier Boy and Chesterfield. But Arctic Wolf let go now. It's raced up the Crossine, clear of Timelight. Alley-oop's only struggling, but Arctic Wolf's got it again. It's charging away. 3 lengths in front of Crossine, Timelight, Belsier Boy, Chesterfield and Alley-oop. And Arctic Wolf, it's going right to the line today too. And it'll win by 4 lengths. Timelight second, Crossine third, Belsier Boy fourth.
Grand National Hurdle was next, a gruelling 4,800 metres event, and Zama lad sprints to the line as though he just joined in to defeat Junior's Boy. Keep an eye on John Rapier, who falls at the second last.
Followed by Deschanel, Lord Marcellus. Junior's Boy led into the straight. John on the outside didn't handle the turn well. John Rapier and the leader Junior's Boy 2 in front at the second last. Jumped it well. John Rapier's gone. He's fallen, and Junior's Boy 3 in front of Zama lad, 8 to Dina Shell, fairway missed. Here's the last, Junior's Boy 2 in front over it from Zama lad. Zama lad's coming home full of running though. He's raced up quickly to tackle Junior's Boy. Junior's Boy under the whip ahead in front, but Zama lad's coming home the better. And Zama lad sprints to the lead now. Zama lad drawing away, wins it 2 lengths to Junior's Boy. 15 lengths away third is Dana Shell, and then fairway missed.
I don't think I could sprint like that. 4 miles of hurdles. The 7th event went to Monsist at 20-1, easily held off the favourite Shane New in the final 200 metres.
Battle Sovereign. They were followed then by Danilite as Monsist went to the lead. Walk With Me starting to run home fairly well from Carringbush. Monsist clear at the 300, 2 lengths to Shane New under the whip. It's out after it now, and then 2 lengths further back Carringbush, but Monsist won't give in. A length and a half still in front with 200 to go. The Tasmanian from Shane New, who's trying hard to get it, and then a gap to Carringbush, but Monsist holding them at bay. Shane New's not making any ground, and Monsist's going to win the money and win it well. Monsist, hands and heels, goes on to win a length to Shane New. 4 lengths away third, Carringbush from Battle Sovereign.
Very convincing win to the favourite Tarval in the final event. Confidently ridden by Midge Cooper, always in control down the straight.
Good hold, the leader from Saatchi. Man Elite the rails. Mansmar joining them on the outside from Black Affair. And Blue Vein trying to get to them, and Vainmark battling on pretty well. But Tarval, he's still got a grip on it at the 400, a length and a half in front of Mansmar, Saatchi, Niagara Star. Then came Man Elite, Black Affair. Blue Vein's gone, followed by Vainmark, Murana running on. But Tarval clear at the 200, a length and a half to Mansmar, who can't bridge the gap at the moment. On the outside of them then is Man Elite running on, but Tarval's holding too many guns, and Tarval, the favourite, goes on to win the last. Little over a length to Mansmar. Niagara Star just got third in front of Man Elite. Black Affair behind them.
The double and treble from Flemington. Firstly, the double 4 and 7 paid $53.30, $53.30 there for 4 and 7, while the treble 4, 4 and 7, Crimson Pearl, Arctic Wolf and Monsist paid $7,908.70. That's all the racing highlights we have for this week. David, I believe you've had to coax Frank O'Callaghan to get him out of the blue jeans he's been in all week.
He's been in the blue jeans all week, I believe.
Oh, it's been a big week.
But it's